Welcome and happy Friday. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully. Hope we do. I think we will. So let's get this thing going. I hope everybody had a wonderful and exciting day. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be wishing y'all an exciting day. We've had enough excitement for the past year. At least I have. I could use some boring, nothing happens every day for at least a month. I could use one of those. Where do we have those lying around? Because I'd love one. Let's just give this a minute to queue up. Uh-oh. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? Don't do this to me, game. Streamlabs, what are you doing? Stop being silly. There we go. That took you a second, didn't it? There we go. There, much better. Much, much better. Okay, so when we last left off, we were reinvading Gaul in the name of the glorious empire here. And we have friends to deal with. And I inadvertently declared war on most of England, or I guess the island of England, or whatever you're going to call this. I guess the Wessex, Wales, Mercia, I don't know. I think what, Wessex, Sussex, Mercia, Wales. You know what? It didn't even matter. All right, let's keep going. So, all right, so we have all these lovely armies, and I have 3 on what, 4? Well, I've got another army down here, but he's not fully kitted out yet. We need more people, and well, we're slowly making our way back to making people happy. I mean, we're making it there. So let's see, Rotomagus, you have a bit of an army, and I need my spies to move over here to see what do you got. You got ships, a navy, and a really healthy garrison. Okay. And then you probably have something very similar with that really healthy garrison. Yeah, so I'm going to have to just siege you guys down and hopefully knock y'all out of the running here. That's pretty much my only real alternative, because there's no way in hell I'm going to fight that and win. Not unless I've got at least 2 stacks of armies just waiting in the wind, which, I mean, I guess I do, but I don't want to do that. Let's see here. Ooh, another rebel band. Okay, so we're just going to auto-resolve this real quick. Just kill them real quick. We don't really want to fight them. We have much bigger battles to fight tonight. At least, more than likely we do. However, you guys just can't seem to be happy because this place. Actually, let's see what you got going on. You have 1 settlement. I am trading with you, but more than likely the reason that everybody's so unhappy here is because I've lost, what? Let's see, taxes, immigrants, characters, religious differences, political situation, buildings. Buildings? What's pissing people off? Oh, no, that's alright. That's alright. Wheat fields, that's probably what's doing it. So, but I've got my fountains here, and that should be reducing that a little bit. And I've got +4, probably because of the army. Ooh, hello. And then I've got... I really would like to use this army for something other than what I'm using it for right now. Let's see, what can I build here? Fountains. Squalor, don't like that. It's got my reservoir. Fishing, so I got plenty of food. So why are you guys unhappy? So religious differences, taxes, and immigrants. Tripolitania. Let's see if we can get you a governor, Tripolitania. An administrator. Ooh, lovely. Ooh, and I need to assign some military roles if I can. But first, let's go ahead and give Tripolitania a governor. And let's see if we can't reduce some of that immigration. Y'all have already got that going on. Fantastic. And let's see. Sadamas, Dimadi. Dimadi. I'm blue, diamond, demon. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop there. Not gonna be. It's not gonna be one of those nights. Not gonna sing. I refuse. Now I did send one of my. I forgot. I forgot about this guy. I sent an army over here to retake the last settlement in this little area, this little region here, and we're gonna rebuild it. We shall rebuild it because we have the excess. Well, we did have the excess income. Well, we will have the excess income. Although this place is completely and utterly destroyed, so there's no real point in trying to bring that back. Ironically, and I'm surprised this hasn't been fixed, there is an exploit in this game where if you just destroy and just raze to the ground a bunch of settlements over here, the Huns, I think, break. And I didn't mean to do this, but this got taken from me early on along with this settlement here. And they got razed to the ground along with this one and this one. And all of a sudden, the Huns didn't want to go to war with me anymore. They just kind of chilled. They just actually just started collecting here, raiding. And as soon as I rebuilt this, they just started running towards Sisika. So I think I just unbroke all the Huns. Oh, I guess these guys are hanging around. But man, they just drove. They're just driving straight there. So I may have something to worry about in the near future. But we will worry about that later. Currently, our main focus is bringing back order to my lovely empire. And of course, I'll be talking about some super special stuff this evening. Okay. But I'll give people time. Now let's see here. Lugdenham, you need... Well, I can't afford anything right now. Oh, I only have 1,000 gold. That's probably not good. Alright, so in the meantime, let's see. I could move my army up there. I don't know if I want to do that. And I'm not really hell-bent on fighting these guys in the open. I'd much rather these guys come to me. I strongly prefer they come to me, actually. Let's see if I can get an ambush going on here. I doubt this is going to work. I'll probably get overwhelmed by both of the armies because they're really close together. But if I can manage to get them in close proximity to one another, maybe I can do some damage here. That gives me some extra money. And they should be... Are they converting to good... Yeah, there you go. They're converting... Hey, Grim, how you doing, man? Wait, why are we worrying? What are we worrying about? Why should I be worrying? What happened? As far as I know, I'm doing quite well. Let's see. Celtic paganism is on the rise, but it doesn't look like Latin Christianity is falling. Germanic paganism, however, is falling. That's interesting. Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure. I was like, what happened, man? What are we doing? What's going on? Scare me like that, man. Get me all worked up and in a tizzy for no reason. Let's see here. These guys are taking up some food. But how are we doing tonight, Graham? Oh, I'm living that dream, boss. Living that dream. Oh, hello. You, sir. Why are you so upset? Here, you're going to become the master of offices. You, Quintus Semicus. Where are you? You're a governor. Okay. Really? Quintus Semicus? Oh, yeah, you are a governor. Supreme Commander. Sure, why not? Who cares? These are all empty, useless titles to me. They're just to make y'all happier and also reduce the cost of my armies, but I'll take it. Sadly, as many armies as I have, I still can't seem to have enough. Oh, these are governors, though. I'd rather have it. Yeah, let's put somebody. Oh, no, I can't. Crud. Alright, well, let's see. Can I put a general there in there? How about you? No. How about you? No. Yes, you. Bam. Congratulations. You've all been given offices. I'm very happy for all of you. And let's see. Integrity -1 of forces. Tax rate -1%. Tax rate -2%. Eek. Oh, man. So I'm planning to do the same format that we had the other day tonight, or last week tonight, where I kind of just take some time out to do the history stuff, because tonight's going to be a little bit different for story. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, though. I promise. I think we're at a point where I think... Oh, negative 22. Jeez, okay, hold on. It's the rating that's doing it. I'm just going to eat up an army here just to keep the public order in line. That's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to suck. Now let's see here. The Great Theater. The circus. I really like that money it's bringing in, though. That's the problem. Is I really like the money that's bringing in. I think one of these actually has a full-on, like, yeah, the amphitheater. That's what it is. Oh, it's the circus. That's the one above it. Okay. All right. I think I let's see here. Hold on. If I moved you all the way down and I assaulted here, I could probably take this settlement in one turn, but then I'd leave... Yeah, this settlement's not ready to fight on its own yet. Yeah, so that'll have to wait. I'm going to have to at least wait 2 or 3 turns before I'm ready to actually leave that settlement. Ah, man. Anything exciting today or happened today for you, Grim? Let all these lovely little pawns move across the sands. Join war against the Huns. No, I do not wish to go to war with the Huns. Besides, you hate my guts anyway. Why the hell would I care? Like, we're friends, but we're friends because we have to be friends in this game. Here we go, boys. They're just slowly drifting across here. What I'd like to do is actually get my army from northern Africa and move it into back into Spain and Gaul, or Hispania and Gaul. Oh, hello. A fight. Look at that. Look at that. Good Romans fighting good Romans. Why? Because we have to. Oh, man. Oh, nice, man. That must be a freaking nightmare, though. Shopping for any woman is just an absolute and utter cluster. There's just no winning. Doesn't matter what you do, you're wrong. That's just how that works. I've never managed to get something for a woman that they've actually been like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. No, there's always something wrong. They accept it. They're happy with it, quote unquote, but, like, they're always unhappy somehow. I've got that black pill going on, you know? It's like, there's always, like, even if you get them the thing that you wanted, like, the way that you rap, it's not right. That's usually my experience. I mean, I know that I'm being a little bit, like, sarcastic there. I get it. So it's like, wow, you screw up everything? It's like, no, I'm being a little bit silly. But, like, the idea is just, like, every single time, like, you try to get something nice. Like, oh, that's great, but did you have to choose that wrapping paper? And it's like, wow, that's... You got what? It's like, I didn't realize it was that important. It's like, yeah, but you wrapped it really poorly. It's like, okay. Do you want me to take it back? No, it's fine. Oh, man. Oh, I laugh, but it makes me sad sometimes to think that that's actually exactly how I've had conversations go. I don't know about you, Grim, but I've definitely had gifts that have just been like, wow, I just shouldn't even have bothered, should I? Oh, man. Women. All right, here we go. They're going to come right at me. As my lovely little people here just are hanging out, chilling out. Look, we got a nice jar factory. That reminds me of my Fallen Order days where I just destroyed every jar that I could find. Yes. Shoot them. Man, working from... Oh, what's this? Hold on, let's make sure something... Okay. Man, working from home has actually done, like, it's messed up my workflow so much, it's not funny. It's really... It's actually messed up my workflow so much that what I used to get done in the span of a day, now takes me a couple of days. Because I'm used to having a bigger desk, my overall workflow, the way that I do things, I now have to change. And I'm not against it. It's just, man, it's been a really rough learning curve because I'm just working from home every now and again is fine, and I'd put off the big things for when I get back to the office. But now that I'm actually working from home a lot more, oof, man, I'm really feeling it. Which is weird because I was like, man, everybody else gets to do that. Once or twice, she isn't like that. Wow, okay. Well, at least I know I'm not alone, sir. Okay, let's move my cavalry way over here. Alright, these guys can now flip into Testudo. Yes, throw your lawn darts at the enemy. Yes, as the lawn darts fly. Hey, and there's lawns here, so it works out. Ooh, that guy got just knocked out. Who's breaking? Oh, the archers. I don't know why y'all broke, but okay. Well, I guess y'all took a lot of damage on the walls. Come on. Alright, that's fine. You can run away up until here, but then just start shooting. That's all I care about. Oh, now they're gonna come fight me. Alright. Oh, no, they're not. Maybe they're gonna come fight me? No, they're not. No, they're not. Come on. Now, come take out those guys. Yes, he is. That's okay, because he's fighting cavalry in a straight-up melee fight that makes absolutely no sense. Well, so I have so my desk that I work off of is... I have it because it was not meant to do what it is doing currently. It was meant to do little small jobs, days that I needed to work from the house, and nothing, like small things. So I can say, okay, well, I'm gonna, when I'm at home, I'll do these tasks, and when I go back to the office, I'll actually work. I'll just kind of fill in the gaps that I could, or that I normally fill in with other things. I'll fill it in with the actual work that I need to do at the office. And then, like, if I don't work at home at all for like a couple weeks, then it just goes back to my normal flow. I had a nice little easy flow that way. And my desk isn't that big. It's not like I've got this massive desk just waiting for me back at the office. It's just bigger. And so I'd have like all of my paperwork and all of my plans and whatnot listed out in front of me, along with having my monitors and whatnot. Whereas when I go home, I only have like one monitor that's really big, the one that I play games on, and then my laptop or whatever. And it's enough to get by. It's not a big deal. But now that I'm working from home entirely, it actually makes a massive difference. I'm like, man, if I have to do this a lot, if I have to continue doing this, I'm gonna have to really rethink how I do this. Otherwise, this is not gonna be a very productive way of working. Like, it's just not gonna work. I may just be like, okay, dude, I know that a lot of people really don't want to go back to the office, but I'm not actually asking you. I'm telling you I'm going back to the office. Oh, where'd my other... There we go. Which my boss would be like, please don't do that. And I'll be like, I don't care. I'm going back to the office. It's either that or you don't get what you need from me. Pick one. Which, when I make that argument, that's going to be the end of the argument. But I really don't want to do that. It is nice just getting up and just going straight to the office. It's really nice. Rather than waking up an hour and a half early every day, getting ready, putting pants on. And who wants to put pants on? I mean, come on, right? I like how I'm just now figuring this out. Meanwhile, like 99% of the world's been doing this for over a year. And I'm just like, wow, I've had to really rethink what I'm doing. It's like, dude, where the hell have you been? It's like I've been back at the office with all the dumb people. All right, now let's see if we can just smash these guys and call this a day. Come on, horsey boys. Turn around.
Ready and waiting. The enemy are losing their advantage.
Oh, man. There we go. That'll deal with that, and that's the end of that fight. Very good. But yeah, you're right. I mean, working from home does have its ups and downs. It's never gonna be. That's not true. If my pants are on, there's nothing but funny business, because now I can actually have an audience. Well, except for right now. But I do have pants on, so I don't know. Maybe you're right. Wavering loyalty. Lusitania. Let's see. Do I want to just political favors? Political favors. Very good. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, crap. I missed that one. What was that? Excess what? What does it say? Excess materials. Okay. Negative. Oh, that's nice. Negative 25% construction. That sounds fantastic. That's all provinces? We're still in a state of civil war. How? Of course you're not going to tell me. Let's see. Oh, it's just Rome. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so let's see if we need to build anything in Rome. I don't think we do. What do you have? Oh, hello. What is this? A garrison of Herculiani, whatever. Oh, why are you? Oh, that's right. You just got attacked. Oh, let's definitely upgrade you, sir. Let's see. Preach doom, discourage populace, inspire the troops. Let's inspire the troops. Let's have that one. Why are you? What? No. There you go. Don't be freaking over there. Now let's make sure this is growing. Very good. Very good. Arianism. All those filthy barbarians in Rome. Only 5% of the population, though. That's fine. Latin Christianity is falling. While Arian Christianity is rising rapidly. That's not good. Can't be having that now. That's not good at all. Let's see here. Public order. We definitely want the public order. We definitely want those bonuses right there. Don't want to have anything else going on. Now, let's see what else we can do. Squalor, that's fine. Doesn't do oh, but the... Why am I building a chapel? Did I want to build a chapel? I don't remember building a chapel. But whatever. I must have put it there on purpose. I thought I tore them all down, but I must have put it there for some reason, so I'm not going to tear it down. I don't know why I would have done it. It may have been to combat this, but that's neither here nor there. But that money, though, look at that, 1650. Ah, no, I need more money. We need more money, guys. Now, what's your? You got good. So this is base fertility, climate -1 though. Ugh. But you're good, so let's get us some more food. And that'll give me public order -1, and I can afford it, so we're good. Okay, let's do that one. That'll give me a bit of a bonus for income for those. That's wonderful. Now, we need... I feel the need to go to war with these people. But I will need Grimm's Legion here to go over there. But first, Grimm's Legion must kill off all these rebels. Alright, so let's just annihilate all those guys. Now, why are y'all so unhappy? Oh, Carthaginians says you too need a manager. Steadfast defender, administrator. So Carthagenesis. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Carthagenesis. Now, what's pissing you off so much? Immigration. Okay, let's reduce that. That'll help speed that up. So that should put me in the positive. Now, Baetica. Oh, for anybody that's not watched me before, I do have some mods installed. One of them was to allow me to put as many governors as I want in. I just really didn't like the idea of not being able to have a bunch of governors. I mean, why the hell would you have a system where you can only implement 5 governors? The army, the limited armies and navies, I don't really like either, but it's better. So, I mean, I'm willing to live with that constraint. I don't like it, but I'm willing to live with it. Okay, Venetia. Venetia, you don't have a manager anymore? What the hell's wrong with me? You're in my hometown, or my home area. Let's see how old are you? 26. So you'll be there for a while. That's good. Now, we need to make sure that... what's pissing you off? That was fast. Negative food. Well, I can't really do much about that, but I can do something about the immigration part, so let's do that again. And are y'all doing okay on... Yeah, Christianity's rising. Very good. I guess now it really doesn't matter which one I go to. Dalmatia. Let's see. Dalmatia, what are you looking like? Y'all are doing okay, but we could definitely do better. I'm out of money. Already? I got money. Is it really going to cost that much? How much is it going to cost? I do not have enough money. Okay. How much does that cost? 4,000 gold. Jeez. Man. They ain't kidding around there. That's a lot of money. Alright, now let's see here. Latin Christianity is on the fall here, but let's see what kind of food we got. We got a little bit of food there. Do I want a guardhouse? Let's do fountain. Fountain will give me public order. Public order. So y'all aren't even doing anything. You're just hanging out. I think I broke the Huns. I mean, that's only gonna work in my favor, but I mean, that's just kind of weird. Now let's see. What do we got here? +2. +2. +5. Statue carver, religious student +2 state religion. See, I'm really thinking definitely do that one. That'll at least keep Christianity going. Oh, jeez. It's hurting. It's definitely hurting. And public orders +5. Let's do that. Now, I think I might be safe enough to pull my army out of here. Or at the very least move it up further north. Sadamis. Let's see here. Y'all do not like me, and y'all are really not liking me. So, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. What you got? I should be able to take that. Who are your allies, Sadamis?
Be welcome.
Nobody. You have no allies. And then the Gaetulians. And then the Maurians, which are happy with me. So let's see. I should be able to take that. Definitely don't want to call anybody to war, though, with me. We're just going to sit there and let them wait. Oh, jeez. -10. Holy crap. Why are y'all so angry? Religious differences. How is Arianism? Well, I guess Arianism would have been around here at that time. Just a little bit weird. Man, that hurts. Okay, so I need some stuffs. I need some things. I may need one of these. And I got the food to take care of it, so that shouldn't be a problem. But man, -10 per turn. That's going to be painful. How many soldiers do you have in there? Your max. You got a doom stack. 20 units. You, on the other hand, are just chilling out. And I don't want to go fight that. And let's see. Tingi and Caesarea. What you got going on? Trade. Colonia. A logging camp. And sheep pens. Can I move you guys north and everything be fine? Can I do that? Well, you're not angry, so I guess that's a win. I can't say this is great, but it's better than nothing. And y'all are still pissed off. And you guys need to turn to at least relax before we try and take Tarako back. They may be happy with us, but we are not happy with them. We want our land back. We stole that land fair and square, and we are not going to let some dum-dum come in here and take it back. Although they've had it for a while, and I had to peace out with them just to survive. Oh, man. Okay, let's try this. Hinder the army. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we got lots of pagans up here. Lots and lots and lots of pagans. And then we got another little aid. Why do I have both my spies up here? Oh, I remember now. I moved them up here so I could actually just see everything. Let's see, can I go after you? Nope, can't do that. I have no money. Okay. Then I got these guys up here that are near dead. Oof, still hurts. No matter which way you cut it, this still hurts. Jeez. Immigration is the biggest killer here. And Christianity is still falling. That's the one problem with getting rid of all of my churches. It's barely surviving. But that's with a reduction upon everyone else. And it's still not enough. Eek. Let's see here. What if I get rid of you? Garrison. Regium. That's fine. So I'm going to get rid of this. What I want to do is I'm going to actually, in its place, I'm going to put one of the what's it called? The capitals. I don't think I should be allowed to do both of those, but whatever. It's fine. Who cares? Hello? Let's see. What am I missing? Okay, so I need to put public order. Definitely public order. Commercial buildings. Let's focus on public order right now, though. Let's make sure our public order is okay. Looks like we got a lot of public order here. That's good. Ooh, hello. Poor. That's not good. Wow, geez, what am I getting out of this? A military presence with an increase of plus 27 per turn. What are you? Respectful, plus 2 state religion. That's good. Ah, too bad he's getting kind of old. Morale, military force, integrity, yeah. So this guy's great. So basically, this guy's never gonna have a mutiny. Public order 3, 5. Do everything else. Man. Okay. Hey, fucker. Talk about a dated reference. Come on. Boats and hoes. Jeez, I haven't heard that song since I was like in high school, maybe even before that. Wow. Wow. I really want to see if I can go take some of these settlements, but I don't want to risk it just yet. Ooh, -6. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't leave you just yet. Oh, that's frustrating. That's very, very frustrating. This is so far a relatively simple, boring, straightforward stream. I need to start moving my armies up, but there's just so many goddamn armies to the north that leaving a settlement does not seem wise. At least not with other armies supporting them. Oh, man. So, the other day, when I was working on the yard, I actually managed to, like, shave off a piece of skin on my thumb. And it's, like, right on the edge where, like, I would rest a pen. And so anytime I write something down, like, I just feel the pen just scraping up against skin. And so now it's, like, I've actually rubbed it so hard that it's actually, like, torn the skin open even further. It's bad. God dang, it hurts. I'm such a whiny little baby when it comes to little things like that. Break a bone, I'll grunt and be like, "Oh, that hurts really bad." I don't even. What is that? What am I about to click on? I don't even know what I'm about to click on. Jeez.
It's time.
Get that off. Get that off here. Oh, Loki? Oh, no, that's another ad. Oh, Sabaton. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Alright, I can't do that, actually. Because then they'll get mad. They're gonna go, "What do you mean you put somebody on your stream that's not yours?" And I don't want to give people. I already have a lot. I already have a lot of the wrong opinions. The last thing I want to do is give somebody the excuse to go, "I heard that man did something dumb. I'm going to ban him for life." Then I'm like, "But I just only just was a song," and it's like, "Nope." You say that, and I believe you. The problem is that I'm also small enough where nobody cares, but I'm also small enough to where nobody cares. So if I drew the wrong person's attention, remember we also have somebody that watches us for hatred reasons, so we also have to keep that in mind. That's one of the things is that I actually can't tell certain stories anymore because now that I know that guy watches, well, he may not watch immediately, but if he watches after the fact, I'm in trouble. And that's the thing, is that there's even certain stories I can no longer tell, because if I tell certain stories that I know will be offensive, from like when I worked in retail, I know for a fact I will get taken down real fast. Like, and not me not even taking a side or a stance, it's just me telling stories, and people will be like, "No." It's that guy that's on Twitter that constantly harasses me and Nelson. Well, his tag is Nelson. I'm pretty sure it's ended his brain. I think that he can't function without somebody to kind of be the lightning rod, and I think that I am that lightning rod for him, and I feel bad for him. I really do. But like, he will not. He refuses to leave me and Nelson alone. Nelson's not his real name. That's just what he calls himself on Twitter. Or if it is his real name, I don't know. I haven't asked. But I feel bad for the guy. But the thing is that I can't let that, get in the way. And even though you are correct, I'm a small-time streamer. I do not want to be in the position where somebody has the excuse. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Public order +4. You don't even have an army here, dude. That's great. It's fantastic. But no, it's one of those things where I would love to be able to just do that, but I don't want to give somebody the excuse. And I feel that if I do that, I would be giving him an excuse that would not be fair. At least it wouldn't be fair to me. And I like Sabaton most of the time. I don't like everything they do, but I like a lot of Sabaton. Alright, so let's see. I have an army that I can't really move, otherwise this will go down. See, I don't mind putting that money towards this. Tell me, so what do you even have? You have no food, though. You have Latin Christianity, that's the majority, and it's falling for me. Let's see. So how was your day, Fokker? Good. That is fantastic. That is good to hear, sir. That is even better. I was telling Grim just about how difficult it is transferring from working from an office with my desk to working at my home desk. Let's see, can I move you guys? I want to move you guys out of here so bad. I really do, but I don't think I can yet. And y'all are stuck. Let's see. Oh, did I tell you yesterday, or not yesterday, a couple days ago, somebody tried to like bash in my neighbor's door? That was weird. I need you to have more army stuff. See, that's plus 13. Do I even have an army here? I don't have an army here, but I could use some good waterworks. Give me some nice, clean running water. As for you guys, you're only plus 8. Do I want to? Yes, I do. Let's increase those trade tariffs. Oh man, I really want to get a navy going. If I can get a navy going, that means I can at least start coming over here and taking out these areas, but I don't think I have any place to do that just yet. And let's see, rally field, so that you have barrel, that you've got nothing there. I may need to move you guys around a little bit and actually move you back up over here to get that army up to snuff so I can bring it back and put those freaking rebellions down. Oof, oof, why are y'all hurting? Oh, love is a strong word, and that man's feelings are anything but love. Let's see, food consumption minus 20. I can spare the food. And it's only -1. Wow, 93, that's right, 93% Christian or Latin Christianity, the correct Christianity. Well, by this time period anyway. Alright, let's see. I'm hesitant to move on anything up here, which is the theater that matters, but nobody's moving. Nobody's doing anything, and this is actually working against me. Oh, man. Literally, no one's coming to attack this group over here, which is really, really frustrating, because I really need somebody to kind of come and actually put me on the defensive so that I can just wipe them out. So if I move you guys over to Durocatorium, let's see. That'll be almost your entire movement, which means Augusta Treverotum will be defenseless. That's the problem. Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's go for it. They have a very large garrison here, but we are going to just simply stack some men on top of it.
Laying siege
So they won't be able to beat, or so they will be able to beat that, but they probably won't be able to beat this. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to sit and wait. And if they attack Augusta, then I will just move you back. Let's see here. Alright. I thought about being mean to some people tonight. Well, I say mean, it's like playfully mean. But maybe I'll skip that for tonight. It's still early. Let's see here. You, sir, you are a general. Definitely. A governor. Governor. Definitely. Let's see. Agent recruitment minus 30%. That's okay. Let's get the public order level up. We definitely want that public order up. Definitely. Oh, yeah, no. Hate baiting is a thing. Something that I wish I never knew about. But unfortunately, I was once a teenager and learned lots of things I wish I never knew about. I will take the peace with the Alamans. The Geats want a peace treaty. Done. Let's peace out with all these people. Yeah, boy, I think they're realizing the writing's on the wall here. And that writing says, get the F out while you can, otherwise I'm going to come and just shove that sword straight up your patootie. Sorry, that was a bit loud. Man. It's a quiet night tonight, man. It's supposed to be storming. That's right. My main goal right now is to retake England. I'm going to do what the Western Roman Empire never could. I'm going to No, don't you? No, 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 sir. We are taking our land back. Oh, you're going to sandwich me. Jeez. Okay, that I wasn't ready for. That's 3 massive F-off armies versus my little army here. I could probably do it, but I'm not going to want to do that. That's the problem. So you can come fight me, and snaps. Okay, so you are going to be stuck in this fight. Alright, what are we looking at? That's going to be 3 complete armies of reinforcements. And they have onagers versus my singular force. If I win, and that's a massive if, this army will be out of commission, essentially. I'm not even convinced it will be able to win. Jeez. Jeez. And they have comparable troops to my own. I have a few more elite troops than they do. I've got some better skirmishers, but they're not going to last long enough to really worry about. So yeah, this is going to be a sacrificial lamb. God dang it, Britons. Why? So they've got the garrison of nearly 3,000, another reinforcing army of 2,000, plus their own army, which is probably another 2,000. Alright, let's see if I can get the high ground, or as high as I can get. You know what? No, 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 no. We're going to cheese the living crap out of this. That's what we're going to do. We are going to do so much nice Swiss cheese, whiz cheese. Cheese whiz. We're going to whiz cheese this so bad. Cheese whiz, whatever you want to call it. We are going to the corner of a map, and we're going to freaking sit there. Let's see here. That's actually not a bad place, but let's see what this is. If I can just sit on the corner, that's actually not very advantageous. So maybe this is the better place over here. If I can sit in the corner, they have to attack me head on. At the very least, I will probably lose, but if I do lose, I will lose by just utterly annihilating them. And I have some high ground, which is going to be great for the onagers. So yeah, we're definitely going to cheese this. There we go. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting fight. Let's put it that way. Now, if I win, it'll be even funnier. Now, this is a strategy I very seldom use, but since I've got 3 full armies at my freaking in front of me, I am just going to simply say cheesing is not the worst thing I could do here. I want to win. Alright, so I got my slingers. Come here. Since y'all are... But I really would like to have more units. They've got spear, 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 and then mercenary. Okay, so those are going to be skirmishing units. And you guys are going to be the next level. Nope, no, 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 no. But yeah, one of the things that also working from home has given me some difficulties on is prepping. So like what usually takes me a couple days is now taking me a couple weeks for prepping material for Fridays. That's bad. I really got to figure out a better way to do this. Just because, you know, trying to do the other things that are normally take me 20 minutes now take me a lot longer. It's weird. Alright, come here. Let's get you all guys squared away. Most of that's just distractions. You know, being at home. Easier to get distracted. No, no, no. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Fine, whatever. Just get into a position that you can be utilized. And definitely get y'all from behind them. Bam! Yeah, so this is where, again, like, I'm just going to sit there and just take whatever they hit me with, because there's nothing I'm going to be able to do to really stop these guys. They will attempt to steamroll me as best as they can, and they will probably succeed at doing this for a little bit. Get him. Bam! Ugh, only 1 or 2, come on.
Our troops are being ambushed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The enemy has
Ah, come on.
our hidden troops. We await your orders.
Oh yeah, charge, charge, charge my spearmen. Fantastic, just getting murdered. Oh my gosh, yes, love it. Absolutely love that. Just Oh, y'all have actual, like, spear? Oh, darn it. I thought y'all were not like that. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter, they're still gonna get massacred there. Wait, why are you... Are you getting shot in the back? Yeah, you better kill these guys. Yeah, I'm almost out of ammo for my onagers. Jeez. Yeah, no. This fight is death. Oh, jeez, these guys are getting butchered. Oh my gosh. By spearmen? Oh, there are other spearmen. But my spearmen are better, and they're in a defensive formation, and they get a bonus. Come on. That's weird. I know they're not going to be, like, you know, amazing, but jeez. They shouldn't just be absolutely being massacred. Yep, that was fast. Well, I guess I'm going to have a much bigger loss than I thought I was. Jeez, I thought I was going to at least be able to just do more damage, but I guess not. Alright, so these are already failing. Oh my gosh. Well, that formation is already falling apart. That's not good. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, so this is a fight that I'm definitely not going to win, no matter what. Yeah, so these guys are just getting absolutely butchered. And there's absolutely nothing I can do to stop it. Oh, that's sad because this is a good general. Oh well. Oh look, I broke them, but barely. Let's see if I can at least sandwich some of them and break them. No, 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 no. Preventatores. Come on, kill him. Kill him. Kill as many as you can, and I know I've got a whole nother army just waiting right in front of me. Jeez. That is how screwed we are, sir. There is no hope here. There's only death. Yeah, no, the Elite Palatina won't last 5 minutes. Might as well. To the front with you. Jeez. Alright, so I need to move you guys over here. Oh, man. Three full armies just standing in front of me. Dude, guys, you better run. Come on, form, 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 form. Yes, very good, form. As long as you actually get into the formation before they hit you, that's fine. Jeez. How many did I actually end up killing? I've killed 2,000, and they've killed, so it's almost 1 for 1, which is an absolutely abysmal KD rate. Especially for a defensive force that's actually in a defensive formation, which is, in my opinion, absolutely unacceptable. That is absolutely atrocious. I should have the superior kill count here right now, and I don't. Or if I do, it's not nearly by a large enough margin. Even my elite soldiers, which are supposed to be a very large standard above these guys, cannot handle it, which means that this entire invasion against them has just failed. That's a good start to the evening, right? I can't even get you out of here. I can't even like sally out of here because I kind of backed myself into a corner, hoping that I could actually do some damage by keeping everybody squished into this one area so I can just pelt them with whatever I got. Well, I can't because if I can't move my cavalry over there because there's not enough room. Yeah, there you go. But the thing is, I don't have any infantry, so I've already lost the center line. Now it's just a matter of time. Even if I envelop it, it doesn't make a difference. I still have a whole nother army to deal with, so there's that third army right over there. And they just broke. Yeah, and there's their cavalry coming back to kill me. Yep. That's the problem. I might have been able to win there by doing that. I might have, but again, they're using comparable units. That's the issue. The Britons actually have essentially the same units as me for some reason, and that's it. There's not a whole lot I can do. It's a 1-for-1 fight, which is why, like, you see they lost about 2,000, 3,000 men, and I lost about 2,000 men. So it's almost quite literally a 1-for-1. What would have made this well, I mean, the Britons didn't, because they all got wiped out. But, that's the Franks. The Franks are modern-day French. Although the Franks actually had a freaking spine. Although, technically, the Franks aren't doing too bad. The French aren't doing too bad right now. They're actually in the street protesting their government and peeling up more than 100-year-old roads. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Our men flee the field
But,
of battle.
yeah, no, that's the end of this army. That's done. But I managed to knock it down to half. A close defeat. They had 3,000 men left on the field. Yeah, no, that wasn't close at all. I lost 2,000. They lost 2,300. Yeah, no. See, it's a 1-for-1 fight. They're all using Roman. They're using Roman units. And they had 5,000 men left. Okay, so I guess maybe I wounded a few, and they had a bunch of saves. So you're dead, sir. Sorry. But yeah, there's just so many men up there. I couldn't defeat that. All right, run away. There is absolutely no way in hell you're gonna win.
Regroup and fall back.
Please do not hunt me. Yeah, very good. Please don't hunt me down. At the very least, you won't be able to retake the settlement from me. I'm gonna put you right back in your little settlement over there, and I'm gonna reinforce y'all with a nice big fat FU army. Yeah, I know, it's sad. Jeez. The saddest part of all that is that I lost, no, get in here. No, get in. Oh, you got hit by a freaking spy. That'll do it. Alright, let's see here. I need to rebuild an army, so... A logistics expert. Okay, that's fine. Fucker, that was your legion that got wiped out. No! So sad. Your army was decimated, sir.
We need good fighters.
Let's see here.
Come, fight with us.
Do I want more cavalry? I do want. I want some serious cavalry here. Hey, well, don't worry. Your legion is coming back. Let's see. I say we nuke the site from orbit. Oh man. Well, at least this place is doing okay, although it's not doing too happy for that. So let's see. Dalmatia. Oh, that's right. I didn't have the money. So do I have the money now? Probably not. I don't have anybody available. Crud. We have to watch Aliens together sometime, guys. That'll be fun. -9. Jeez. Immigration, taxes, events, religious differences. Oh my gosh. It's not falling fast enough for everybody else. Alright, so I'm probably going to start doing the history stuff in just a little bit, but I am going to warn you, I had so much content for it, I probably will have to break this up. I intended to do this as one giant thing. I don't think it's going to really work anymore. Oh, hello. So I'll just... do I want to fight that? Not really, no. I just want these guys to die. As fun as they are, I'm not really interested in actually fighting them. Occupado. Mine. It's gonna rain again. Well, you know. If there's any consolation, it's supposed to be raining at this. Or raining now. But it's not. It's supposed to be a massive thunderstorm going on right now, but it's not. So good news is I'm not going to get knocked off the network. That's always nice, right? Oh, man, I love rain. So, I mean, you're not going to get much pity from me. Influence 22. Oh, well, the humidity is always a factor, but, I mean... I don't mind it that much. Alright, let's see here. You boys. Yeah. 105, man, that's always good stuff, isn't it? Isn't it? food consumption goes from 50 to 60. I don't have, or 30 to 60. I'm sorry. I don't have 30 extra food. So food and food. Actually, what do you have? Good. So yeah, let's do a mix. I mean, I love rain. So like rainy days are my favorite days. I know for a lot of people that's an utter insanity, but I love rain. Like I just want to say, when it's raining, even if it's like a warm day outside, I just want to like sit out in the rain, just like sit on a little on a porch with like a nice covering and just like drink a cup of something and just watch the rain. I love me some rain. I know I'm weird. Get that going. That'll at least increase public order. I'm not even sure how like Christianity is growing here. I don't even have any Christianity anything going on there. So your army's being being reborn. I can't move you. And I think what paganism is still, yeah, Latin Christianity is growing. What's up? Hey, Mr. Low Jewish. Jewish, Jewy, Jew. I don't know how to say your name, man. I'm sorry. I think I had the same problem last time too. I was like, I'm not sure how to say your name. Lejouy, Lejouy, Lejouy. Ha, Lejouy. That's your name now, Lejouy. Why are you lurking, man? Come join the conversation. I mean, I'm gonna be starting history soon, so I mean, like, I guess it's not like a necessity, but you know, like it's always fun to talk to new people. I'll talk to you, Mr. Lejouy. Let's see here.
How can I serve?
Oh, is that why this is going up? Ah, see, there you go. That'll do it, man. I have not played a MOBA game in so long. I think the last time I played a MOBA game was when I was in college, and I still played League of Legends on a semi-regular basis. And I enjoyed it up until it became what it is today, where they just started just completely bombarding the game with new characters that are just utterly broken. After that, I was like, okay, that's too much. I can't do that. And then they redid all my favorite characters except for they got to Akali eventually. The only one that they didn't redo was Malzahar and Ezreal. That's about it. And then I was like, nope, no, thank you. I don't care. No, because then you got to pay money to play. No. I'd rather have. Yeah, no, I don't like it. They redid Pantheon, and I hated that because they weakened the crap out of him and made him only an assassin. Then they redid Mordekaiser. Wait, what? I guess we'll just make peace. I don't care. They redid Mordekaiser, which made him weaker. Then they redid Master Yi, which completely made him useless. They left Olaf in the dust, so Olaf is essentially just struggling to keep up. I mean, he's good early game, but even then he still struggles in most fights. But late game, he's just not very good. Then you have Ezreal. They haven't changed Ezreal, but Ezreal's been pretty tough. So he's still kind of squishy, but like at least the last time I checked, which is probably more than a year ago. But Ezreal is probably still playable. And then Malzahar, they don't ever touch Malzahar. Or no, they revamped him last time I played him. His E was changed, and now it's an automatic thing, which I think is terrible. And then they got rid of his nuking ability, which I also hate. So I don't really play MOBAs that much, but that was probably the last time I played was League of Legends, and then I think a buddy of mine was trying to get me into Dota, and I couldn't do it. I can respect people that play them, though. I get it. I understand why they're fun to play, especially if you got friends. Oh my gosh, they're so much fun. Let's make sure you're not about to walk up my backside here. I mean, just the same reason why I play like RPGs and whatnot, you know? Well, everybody has their niche in video games, man. Like, everybody has their own. Oh, of course they do. That's so. I mean, yes and no. I would say that Call of Duty also gathers its own special form of toxic people.
No, no, we shall fight to hold this one. Find your courage, men. We will hold back this.
All right, let's see if we can hold back the tide here. Oh crap! They're gonna send horsies against my swordsman. Oh, I believe it. So here's the thing: Modern Warfare 2 lobbies back in the day. You're probably 100% right. You're probably you are probably way closer to it. But well, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I was one of the guys that was toxic as hell back in the day on Call of Duty. When I was in high school and I had nothing to do when I got home, I did nothing but play Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. I would sit there and just antagonize the ever-living crap out of everyone in the lobby. And I had so much fun doing it with my friends. Oh, it was terrible. I was such a bad person. There was one guy who I played like 12 straight games with him, and he was just always in the lobby. And we had a really good lobby, so nobody ever left. It was me and my friends, obviously, versus this guy and his friends. And we just steamrolled them over and over and over again. And I would just antagonize him. Just one guy in particular, where I would just go after him every round. Even if it meant ignoring everybody else, I would just find him and kill him. It was fantastic. He got so pissed off until finally, I think I disconnected, and we had to reform the party, and of course everybody left. But he didn't say a word to us the entire time, and whenever I left, apparently my friend's like, dude, whenever you left, this guy was like, Jesus, I'm so glad that guy's gone. This is so goddamn annoying. And I was like, I believe it. Absolutely, I believe it. It was hilarious. Oh, hello. We got stuff going on. Oh, yeah, no. But I mean, well, like, MOBAs are just designed to be full of angry people, I think. I think that's kind of their goal, is just to be full of angry people. Or angry teenagers. But it is nice to know that I can always log back on to Classic League of Legends and like go, yeah, I've got skins that are not only no longer even available, but they were just, you know, stupid. Like the ones that were like, I have all the Akali skins and she's got like the green, red, and like I think they even have the nurse one back in the day whenever she was actually a good character to play. But not anymore. Now they revamped her, so you can't play with her anymore. Oh, and they took out a whole bunch of items last time I played. They took out like a lot of the key items that I would use to actually build a character. And now that those are gone, it's like, well, then what's the point? Now I have to relearn an entire character because y'all decided, no, she's too strong. We can't keep her that way. And I was like, why? It's like, oh, because she's too strong. I mean, half your characters are too strong. Well, yeah, but we can't get rid of that. Like, everybody does the same build. It's always this cheesy build where you do, like, spell vamps. It's like, yeah. That's the way you designed her, dum-dums. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you could be with us, Lajui. This is canon now. Your name is Lajui. This way, boys. This way. Give me some spears. No, don't you be actually winning or losing this fight. You should be winning this fight. Alright, so after this fight, we'll start on our history for the night. Because the history tonight's going to be a little bit different, like I've been saying for the past couple days. Sword is good against spear. Spear is excellent against cavalry. Sword beating cavalry, I'm not... Well, these are light cavalry, so I don't know. If these are... Yeah, these are relatively heavy infantry, so... But they shouldn't be able to do much against 2 waves of horsemen and... Like, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all like... You're not even engaged. Fight. Oh, they are engaged, just slightly. Okay, that should be the end of this. There's absolutely no way in hell they should be able to win. There we go. There we go. That's right. The Western Roman Empire prevails. No filthy rebel army will be able to stop me. Oh, that's a good saying. Oh, speaking of, I posted it up on Twitter because, you know, Twitter. Yep, pretty much. La suis. Suis le pont de vie. Wavering loyalty. Always wavering loyalty. Why? Because you're the master of offices. Yeah, that would be too crazy for you to actually have any loyalty. Why? Because you're, you know, you're good people, right? That's terrible. We don't want that. Alright, I need to... The next thing is I've got, what, one... What do they got? They have a full garrison. Oh, they don't have a full garrison. Jeez, why are they still hurting? And they've got that army there. And I need a bigger army as well. So you guys are going way over here to get retrained. Not retrained, but get more soldiers. I actually try to stay off of it more recently, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I only get on it like late at night or after work for like a few minutes, and that's it. But I mean, when I do, it's always usually in good fun. Let's see here. Y'all are average, and I am missing some stuff here, so let's do that. Do I even want to bother taxing this place? It's 1,000. It's 1,000 gold, though. I do want the 1,000 gold. But yeah, no, I saw somebody in Congress like raised people's pay rates from 160,000 to 200,000. It was like a bunch of all the congressional staffers, and I'm just sitting there going, "Wow, wow." That's special. You just unanimously just like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna change everything to basically allow like staffers to make $200,000 a year, and I was like, geez. Obviously, I chose the wrong field. I chose a field that wasn't sucking somebody's in Congress. That's probably going to be the next best thing. So, hold on, wait. So it goes from 10 to 20. I've got 10 extra, so that might do the trick. But yeah, I was sitting there just thinking about that. I was like, wow. I mean, like, how crappy of a person must you be? Like, what do you do? I help people, and I'm going to get paid $200,000 to basically screw you over. Man. I sat there, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way in hell somebody makes $200,000 a year being somebody's freaking aide. And then I realized, what am I thinking? Of course there is. It's Congress. And then I realized, this is why I fail. Alright, let's see if we can reduce that immigration. Ironically, I don't even care about anything else. I just care about the immigration stuff for that. Let's see if we can get some more food up in here. Now, let's see. Man, the military buildings in this game really need to be, like, especially for the Romans, the military buildings are just really, they make it very, very obstructionist. Like, part of me wants to just take this entire section like I normally do in Rome 2 and just convert it to a military settlement, and that's where pretty much all of my army comes from, is this section here in Rome 2, and then the settlements right here. That's where all of my armies come from in Rome 2, because there's like, they're very, very, what do you call them? They're very wealthy, but they also have the most spaces, which is what makes them so wealthy in Rome 2. And so I'll just build up a massive F-off military complex here and just pump out armies day and night with like level 3 armor, level 3 weapons, level 3 siege equipment. So it's like anything they come against, even if they're outnumbered, it's just like, yeah, I'm going to just run everything into you and just steamroll the living crap out of you. Alright, so let's see who... Yeah, y'all need to be repaired. Alright, so... I think I've waited long enough for people to join tonight. Don't y'all? I think it's time we get started. I think La Shui, Grimm, and Fokker have waited patiently enough. And now we're going to start some of the history stuff. And I'm just going to check up on a few things, and then we're going to get started, because we're going to be diving into a character here that is really interesting and horrifying at the same time. A person that is loathed by me, that I absolutely despise as a person and as a character in history, and I think should have died much sooner than she actually did. Actually, she, and we're talking about a lady friend sometime in history. This is going to be very, very exciting. So, last we left off, Italy is now safely in the hands of the Romans once again. So, the well, Shay probably should have, yes. And so, now that Belisarius is actually heading back to Constantinople, he's lovingly returning Vitiges. Not Vitiges, I'm sorry, yes, Vitiges. Excuse me. He is returning with Vitiges and his wife back to Constantinople. The Sassanids have invaded the Byzantine Empire, but the Roman Empire had regained Africa from the Vandals and Italy from the Ostrogoths, and left the Ostrogoths the northernmost section of Italy. Vitiges' plan with the Sassanids had actually worked, but it just really hadn't, happened fast enough. That was the only real problem of it. Despite having years reforging a now mostly unified Roman Empire, Belisarius was not hailed as a hero when he got back to Constantinople. Some would argue that it might have been due to the lack of resources and active war in the east, but I believe it was jealousy and potentially fear from Justinian. Roman generals, especially popular Roman generals, had a tendency to usurp or challenge sitting emperors. Belisarius had reconquered large sections of the Western Roman Empire, while outnumbered and surrounded by enemies. This man is actually much more popular than Justinian had ever dreamed of being in his own empire. That's the funny part about this, is that as Belisarius kept getting everybody their new land, Justinian's popularity, although substantial, was waning for lots of different reasons, but the main one being the fact that he's not the one in the front of the army beating the crap out of the barbarians and retaking good Roman lands. But let's get back to some imperial drama. When Belisarius returns to Constantinople, like I said, he's not greeted as a hero. Probably due to that funky little guy Narcissus and Theodora poisoning Justinian against Belisarius. Upon returning, though, those fears were dispelled enough to immediately send Belisarius to fight the Sassanids. This time, however, without his wife, who is the focus of tonight. And so we're going to do a little recap. I talked about her a little bit, a little while ago, actually when I first started this whole thing and just gave y'all profiles, because the whole point of this series is to focus on the Western Roman Empire. I could really care less what the fight with the Sassanids is, which has its own very fun history, and if I ever do the Eastern Roman Empire, I'll definitely bring it up. But the Lazic War is completely irrelevant to this story. But somebody named Antonina, wife of Belisarius, is extremely relevant to this story. Just, I haven't brought her up yet. And I say she's relevant to the story because there are some decisions that were made that weaving her story into that story would have been way too much effort. There's way too much intrigue happening. Aunt Jemima. Aunt Jemima is actually a saint compared to Antonina, and Aunt Jemima actually gives us lovely, lovely, sweet maple syrup. Antonina just gives us nothing but horrible memories. And not even that, just horrible people. She is probably one of the worst people that is well documented in history. And I mean, I would probably say Bloody Mary is bad. Antonine is probably worse. Now, I'm gonna preface everything I'm about to go over tonight because there's a lot of stuff that actually is. There are some historians that dispute some sections of her history because they don't want her to be a bad person in history. The sad part is that there's enough corroborating evidence and enough, what do you call it, like historical records that like, accounts to say that everything I'm about to go over is actually as a very strong inclination of being true. I have left out certain pieces that I'm fairly certain were that I think are the historian's personal opinions versus things that were fact. So there are sections of Procopius's histories that are very much based on his opinion, and you can tell when he writes it down because it's very he starts going from points of fact and starts basically eloquently telling people how awful things are from his point of view. Sometimes those factual, sometimes it's not. I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, like at one point he calls Justinian a literal, like the literal devil, and like how he literally disappears while walking through the halls. Like his head would disappear, but his body would keep walking. Like that kind of stuff right there. That's more than likely just his opinion and his hatred coming out on the page, and it's probably not real. That being said, there's some really crazy stuff we're going to talk about. That I mean, maybe you're a literal Nazi. So I have excluded those sections, but I haven't excluded the things that he talks about. So we're going to just dive right in. But first, we're going to go over a little bit of a recap of who Antonina is. Of course, she's Belisarius' wife, but she's also an agent of the Empress who hates her husband. She's also a former high-class whore and an alleged sorceress, or at least kept the company of sorcerers. Now, I don't know about you, but in Christianity, having sorcerers around is not a great look, but we'll just skip over that for now. Antonina and Theodora would have Alex Jones having a meltdown of epic proportions. Just to be more clear, a former high-class whore inducted into a pseudo-secret society at a young age with the goal of seducing wealthy and powerful men, taught high society manners, etiquette, and politics, and was known associates of sorcerers, and allegedly practiced it herself from time to time, though unproven, dear friend of the Empress, and become wife to the most successful and powerful general of the Byzantine Empire and arguably the world at that time. Jeez. This lady would make Alex Jones' head spin. Because she's the kind of person that would make him rant and rave for hours screaming into a microphone. Alright, so now I'm going to give even more context. We are at a time in history when the world is slipping into the Dark Ages, so mysticism and fear is growing in the Christian Emperor's best general, also Christian, is married to what essentially comes down to the medieval Illuminati. We haven't even gotten started on the details yet. Oh, man. Yeah, every time I reread that, basically, yes. Well, you know what's funny is that Theodora actually, she actually created, what do you call safe houses for women, and sometimes those women would disappear, and no one would know where they went. But we're not talking about Theodora, we're talking about Antonina, so don't worry about it. So, and to top this all off, oh, they're safe. They're just safe from one thing, and then they're not safe from other things. Ironically, probably not from this. Probably they are safe from the Emperor, ironically, but just not from Theodora. So, Antonina also stated years ago that the only reason she went with her husband to the Vandalic and Gothic wars was to make sure her husband couldn't escape from her and see how awful she was, and so she could report her findings back to the Empress. All of a sudden, she didn't want to go with him over to the Lazic War. Now, the Lazic War takes place, instead of over here, it takes place on the front, right where this is happening, right over here. And over here. So, I mentioned Antonina a long time ago, and I've barely mentioned her since. But her story is actually a rather interesting one, or at least it is when understanding the greater context of the events. So today, we're looking at what happened in Italy post-Belisarius, instead of looking at what happened in Italy post-Belisarius or war with the Sassanids, I want to focus on her and take a little break. The details of the Lazic War aren't really pertinent to the Western Roman Empire, so I think this is a good time to give us a look at Antonina. So let's start by saying that Antonina had been married previously. She even had multiple children before she meets Belisarius. And one thing I didn't put in my notes and didn't mention, she's actually much older than Belisarius. I would guess by at least a decade, possibly more. But it's kind of hard to say, depending upon how you look at it. I know that whenever he's 40, she's close to 60. So just kind of keep that in mind. And he's in his, I think, 30s or late 20s right now. He's not very old right now. So she'd been married previously, and she has multiple children before she meets Belisarius. Yeah, right. But only one of them actually matters to our story, a young son named Photius. He'll be important for later. Upon marrying, Belisarius accepts Photius as his stepson, and for all accounts appears to get along quite well with him. Now, back then, just because you got married to somebody doesn't mean you actually had to accept every person in their lives. So, like, Photius is an exception. The rest of her children, he ignores entirely. He doesn't. They don't deal with him. They don't do anything. But Photius, he brings under his wing. He actually even instills him in the army. And he's actually quite competent, and he's very, very good at what he does for the most part. But again, he's his stepson. He's not blood. But either way it goes, that's not really pertinent too much right now. I'm gonna just siphon back over here. However, there was another young man who was adopted by Antonina, and Antonina alone. And Belisarius did not want him in the family. But he was adopted by Antonina the day before Belisarius and Antonina were to set sail for Africa, which would begin the Vandalic War. Why Belisarius agreed to this is a mystery, but it is more accurate to say that Antonina adopted him and Belisarius just had to live with it. He only took him on as his godson before sailing to Africa. Not his son, his godson. There's a very big difference here. Belisarius did not like this guy, and we are about to find out why. This man's name is Theodosius. And Antonina would keep Theodosius very close to her everywhere she went. Not that this was surprising to anyone, because she and Theodosius had at some point started sleeping together. So, she adopted him and then started sleeping with him, and this all starts within a week. So, Theodosius was basically in their house, essentially as kind of like a retainer for a long time, or just kind of like a servant, but he didn't have any family. She adopts him, and once adopting him, begins to strike up a relationship with him. Creepy. Weird. And by the way, it takes longer than a week to sail from Constantinople to Italy. So this relationship had to strike up on the boat. There's not many places to hide on a boat. But we'll get to that. So, At first, their relationship was just rumors and could be written off as ship gossip, or just boredom among sailors and soldiers. The problem was that Antonina quickly abandons a lot of pretext of secrecy even before their voyage to Africa was even close to... I'm sorry, I meant to say Africa, not Italy. Even before their voyage to Africa was even close to complete. Their secret meetups would eventually be done whenever and wherever they desired, whether they were alone or not, though never in the presence of Belisarius or her son Photius. Now, affairs were common, but the flagrant disregard for secrecy seems a bit strange. It seems that way, but that's because I've not discussed the Eastern Roman Empire culture, and more specifically, Theodora's stance on these things. Long story short, if you weren't on good terms with Theodora, you were guilty of anything she accused you of doing. Cheating wives not only found sympathy with Theodora, but complete protection from their husbands by their actions when husbands brought legit cases of their wives cheating to the royal court. Antonina was one of Theodora's closest friends. I'll insert my own opinion and say that she didn't fear anyone but the Empress, which encouraged her to be more open in her affair. Photius and Belisarius were aware of these accounts probably, but not definitively knowing of the rumor. Oh, sorry, let me phrase that because I butchered it. They knew of the rumors. They didn't know that it was happening. Okay, so it's possible that either through denial, love, or loyalty, or fear, they did nothing about it. Yet. Yeah, no, this story, as I was reading it and as I was looking it up, it just gets more and more insane. It's fantastic. So, Antonina's and Theodosius' indiscretions become more flagrant once they reach Africa. The rumors on board a ship can't travel very far, but in a camp... Those rumors weren't helped by Antonina not caring if anyone saw, or at least she was less secretive than she could have been. After the Battle of Ad Decimum and Carthage was securely in the hands of the Byzantines, Antonina and her adopted son could now find some privacy. There's lots of places to go in a palace away from prying eyes. Strangely, though, constantly running off to be alone with your adopted son, then hearing loud banging noises followed by messed up clothes, seemed to look weird. One day, not long after Carthage was captured, Antonina and her lover sneak down, or sorry, quote unquote sneak down into the basement. Nothing new to them. It wouldn't be the first time, except this time it is a first because the person standing there is her husband, followed by a historian, who must feel really, really awkward. And also freaking terrified. So, Belisarius is described as barely holding back his rage, which is understandable. He said nothing but stood there with the fury of a hurricane glaring at his wife. So just to kind of give a little bit more context, she goes down to bang one out, and he starts walking down with a historian. Why does the historian with him? Because they're going to start cataloging all the stuff to send back to Constantinople. If we remember, if we watched the original, I guess the originals, the intro to the Gothic War, whenever he took Africa, they actually had, the Vandals had actually taken relics from Rome. And so those relics are in Carthage. Well, guess what? They just got back all those relics. And so what they're doing is they're going down into the secret basements, all the storage basements in Carthage, and what they're doing is they're looking for those items, and they're starting to catalog all these items in order for the emperor to know what it is that they had. And that was kind of modus operandi, that was the basic MO. So it's crazy that this is where they decided to do this, in front of all, basically where they kept all the good stuff. Okay, well, whatever, let's find out what happens. Antonina, on the other hand, quickly recovers herself. She speaks to her husband clearly and explains that she brought her most trusted son with her to help her hide the best spoils of Carthage in case the spies of the emperor or empress should learn of them. Ironic, she's one of them. That takes some real shameless, and I'd argue hateful behavior to act like that. Even by today's standards, there'd at least be a "it's not what it looks like" speech. But not her. She lies to his face. Her lover's pants are literally, and this is documented, literally around his ankles when she says this. This is, again, I'm going to say it again. This is quite literally recorded that this dude's pants are on his freaking feet. and she was just a second ago bent over something. Again, also recorded in history, written down. This poor bastard had to write this on paper. And she's like, no. It's not, no. I'm just here to look for stuff. Doesn't bother going into the it's not what it looks like speech. No, she just abandoned, not even, just nothing. Anyway, so she lies to his face with no remorse or guilt and basically dares him to say otherwise. Who's he going to believe? His wife who loves him dearly or his lying eyes? It's very easy to see why Procopius believes Antonina to be a sorceress. Or at least a sorceress of some kind. Upon hearing her explanation, Belisarius appears to relax and accept his wife's reasoning and drops the matter. Procopius believes it was due to his extreme love for his wife, but this must have been a shock to see. That's insanity. He just accepts it. He doesn't do anything about it. He doesn't say anything about it. I'll just move on. Belisarius' dismissal of the situation seemed to only exacerbate Antonina's indiscretions. Roughly 1 year later, the Gothic War had started, and at this point in our story, Belisarius had captured Sicily. It's also at this point that Antonina sheds any context of secrecy, or at least appears to do so. Her behavior can be summed up as reckless and extravagant, to use more modern descriptions, except in context of a cheating wife. The blatant and flaunted acts get so bad that one of Antonina's servants had to come forward about it. Not that she was the only one who knew, everyone pretty much did. She was just the only one brave enough to voice what they saw. So after making Belisarius swear what were described as terrible oaths to not tell Antonina what she said, she breaks down in tears and tells him what she saw. Her story was then checked and corroborated against 2 other witnesses whose job it was to care for the bedroom and events of Antonina's bedroom. You've literally got people that are so freaking terrified of this woman and everybody else around them that how bad does that have to get? Like, how bad does your cheating relationship have to get to where people are so terrified and just completely just morally just distraught by it that people break down into tears when they mention it? Holy crap. The hell were these people doing? Like, jeez. Like, were they just making the servants watch or something? Like, I don't even know, man. Like, all I know is that the poor woman that actually had the balls to come up and say, look, dude, your wife's cheating on you, and it's really messed up. Like, that takes balls. I don't know what to say about that. I feel bad for the guy. I really do. But holy crap. Man. Oh. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Hold on. Oh man. So now this relationship has been going on for more than a year. Just FYI. It's not that they kind of went on and off. No. They were banging the entire way. So upon hearing the corroborated testimony, Belisarius was distraught, and he orders his attendants to remove him, being Theodosius. The problem here is that some of Belisarius' own attendants feared his wife more than him, for good reason too. Anytime he was angry with his wife, she was able to quickly tame him. I use the word tame. To her side, or at least calm him down. So before some of Belisarius' men could deal with Theodosius, others ran out to warn him. The attendants figured that Antonina's good book, or being in Antonina's good book, was better than Belisarius's. Now, Theodosius barely makes it out of Sicily, warned moments before it was too late. He flees to Ephesus. It's important to note that Theodosius is becoming quite wealthy now, so though we don't know what he did there, he probably did it comfortably. Meanwhile, Constantine, a commander under Belisarius who was present during the breaking news, made a comment. He makes the unfortunate mistake of telling Belisarius that if he was in Belisarius' position, he would have gotten rid of Antonina, not Theodosius. Antonina is now very, very unhappy. Her favorite son was gone, and now she's gotten word that a lowly commander had the audacity to say that she was the problem. Antonina took lots of things lying down, but this wouldn't be one of them. Somehow she convinces Belisarius that the informants were lying and colluding against his loving wife, and that Theodosius was innocent, that he scared her son away from them based on peasant rumors. Yes, corroborating evidence is peasant rumors, not to be believed. Why would you ever want to do that? That's just crazy talk. Now, this doesn't happen immediately. This takes place soon after Belisarius successfully defends... I'm sorry, whoops. Oh, wait, I'm missing a section. No, that's right. Never mind. I thought I missed a spot, but I didn't. Now, this doesn't happen immediately. This takes place soon after Belisarius successfully defends the city of Rome against the Goths and has had the Pope removed and accidented out of the mortal world. And by accidented, I mean his tongue was cut out and then he was cut to pieces. This done for alleged treason and plotting with Vitiges, facilitated by Antonina. And with not only approval, but intent from Theodora. I'm sure he was guilty. Apparently, Theodora wanted her people in positions of power and not anyone else, because the person that replaces that pope is someone hand-picked by Theodora. Either way, Antonina convinces Belisarius to give her the names of the servants who snitched. They were the first to be punished for spreading lies. Their punishments were having their tongues ripped out, not cut, ripped, and then cut to pieces, and then the pieces thrown into the sea. Yeah. Apparently, Antonina has a favorite way of killing people. Then there was the loose-tongued commander. She could do nothing against him herself. He's a commander. So she found charges for theft, corruption, and an alleged plot to assassinate Belisarius. Of course, Belisarius ordered an investigation into the matter and found nothing to corroborate the claims. Before the charges were dropped, however, Antonina convinces Belisarius to have Constantine executed. I genuinely don't know how that happens. Like, I get it. The military back then was very different from what it is today. I get that. I've no qualms with that whatsoever. I get that, like, the supreme commander of an army has essentially unlimited control over everything. But when your supreme commander quite literally can just execute people, and by the way, is willing to execute people for something that has been proven false, man, like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't even know what to say about that. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of break, and then we're gonna play a little bit, and then we're gonna keep going. But just, I mean, it's one of those things that when I read it, I'm just like, wow, just freaking wow. Ooh, Kurdak. I mean, whew, special people. Absolutely special people. Let's see here.
Ready for orders.
I really wish that I knew how he was executed. I don't think I wrote it down. Or if I did, I didn't. If I was told or if I was known,
Commander,
I don't think I wrote it down. But I'm assuming it wasn't pleasant. I need to build a weapons craft and a shield crafter. That's what I need to do. That's the next thing on my list. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm just. Can you imagine, like, in your army, like somebody's going, "Oh yeah, no, everything's fine here. Everything, yeah, these people, they're good. Yeah, this person's innocent." It's like, well, my wife doesn't like him, so kill him. That's a hard sell for me. I'm sorry, that's a very hard sell for me. Just kill him. What? Why? It's like, well, my wife says he's guilty, so okay. Oh my gosh. This is why it's very important that you choose your wives carefully, men. You might end up with a woman like this. She might have complete and utter control over your freaking brain. But this is one of the reasons why I think Procopius truly believes. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You have to remember, she's the best friend of the Empress. The Empress is not exactly someone that you want to be on the bad side of. And you have to realize that as much as you would like to deal with this, doing so would mean horrible things. Well, so I haven't talked about their relationship, but Justinian is absolutely head over heels in love with Theodora. Now, Theodora, unlike Antonina, has no evidence of being a cheating whore. I'm trying to find the proper terminology here. So, like, had she done that, I think Justinian would have been snapped out of his stupor long ago. But at the same time, though, yeah, that was very, very stupid. But Justinian lets her get away with almost, quite literally, she gets away with murder, and often she gets away with murder. So, and in some of it's the most horrible ways to die too. Like they don't do crucifixion. That's pagan. What they do is they do the more medieval tortures, like the ones that are like I said, having your tongue ripped out, then being cut to pieces, or things like that that are just absolutely agonizing. Yeah, they're fast in comparison, but they're still freaking awful. And she's allowed to get away with it, and she does it on more than one occasion, and she does it a lot. Essentially, if you're on her bad side, you did not live long. Now, history likes to remember Theodora a lot for her. Well, say history. I mean, nobody really knows who she is unless you are familiar with that time period. But as I said, we're diving into the Dark Ages now. So it's around this time in history where the Dark Ages are officially beginning, and it's kind of slowly sleeping over the rest of the world. So we're getting up there in the more draconian, psychotic ways of dealing with people, and kings and queens are starting to reign supreme, which is why you could honestly argue that Justinian was really a king at this point and not an emperor, although the naming is kind of just preference, if anything. I think somebody else described it very well, is that it's at this time you have a massive culture clash between the old world and the new world. On one side of the world, you have the New Order, which is going to be the realms of Europe and the kings and the queens that run it. Stuck in time in the Roman Empire is Constantinople. It's literally a city that's built from another era. It is almost frozen in time in regards to the way it does things. It's very, very weird. At least it is for what it should be. It's kind of strange. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. I mean, I, if I can go back and get the quote, I definitely will pull it, because the way that it was said was like, it was perfect. It was like, yeah, it's a city from another time. It would be like you walking into like DC, but DC was still like using horses and carriages. It's like, yeah, it's still DC, but it's like, yeah, but it's taken straight out of another time in history. Like, it doesn't. It's just weird. But I digress. We'll keep going for a little bit longer. Then we'll wrap up the history for tonight in just a little bit. But I wanted to at least finish some of this. But I've got way more to go. So let's see. Yeah, I've got pages more to go. Okay, so anyway, so let's see where we go. Oops. I think I flipped over my nose here. Oh, crap. I lost my place. God dang it. Oh, that's right, yeah. Of course, the most important part of this is returning Theodosius to his beloved mother, though. That's the most important part of this whole thing. So Belisarius sends word to Theodosius to return and that the misunderstanding had been corrected. Antonina eagerly awaited her precious son to return to her. Photius, her actual son, did not. Constantine's death had left a very sour taste in everyone's mouths, possibly exacerbating the divisions in the soldiery between Narses and Belisarius. We talked about that a little bit last time. Photius had also garnered a reputation as being temperamental and extremely sensitive when someone in his company had more power or influence than he did. This, probably had something to do with the fact that he was the son of, well, Antonina and not Belisarius. Although it seems that Belisarius was more of a father to him than Antonina was a mother, but we're going to skip that for now because that's not really relevant. And Theodosius had been gaining a lot of wealth and a lot of power than he was. And this was just the tip of the problem. Waka waka. Antonina waited in Italy despite Photius's dislike of his brother, and was heartbroken to discover that Theodosius dare not return to Italy, where she and Belisarius were staying. Waka waka. Apparently, he feared Photius more than her husband. Theodosius was not afraid of the man who defeated the terrifying and powerful Vandals and Goths while being outnumbered and, in some cases, outmaneuvered. No, instead he was scared of a super pissed off son who apparently was reaching his limit when it came to his brother. Well, semi-adopted brother. Antonina was once again distraught that Theodosius would not return to her. But if Photius was the problem, maybe she could find a solution. Theodosius would only come to Italy if Photius was gone. I'm going to give everybody 5 seconds to figure out what this is about to happen. So Antonina set traps for her actual son, where she attempted to kill him. We don't know how she did this, but we know the attempts became so persistent and often that Photius is forced to leave the campaign in Italy and return to the Byzantium territories, to actual Constantinople. I mean, just how much of a heartless piece of crap do you have to be to murder your son? Or, sorry, attempt to murder your son. Which, by the way, while he was returning, she still tried to kill him. I digress. Okay. And just like all good love stories, Theodosius and Antonina, our star-crossed lovers, are reunited just as the Gothic War comes to a close. Antonina's indiscretions continue just as forcefully as before, with Belisarius being described as being blind to it. And this is around where, so I'm going to stop there for tonight. I'm actually, let me mark that off. Let's see, what's tonight? That it's crazy. Like, I mean, now this one thing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna talk about Theodosius for a second. Theodosius is it's unclear whether or not he was a willing participant in this. Let's just kind of I'm gonna preface that because I don't want people to think like, oh, Theodosius is such a terrible person. He is, but at the same time, though, Antonine is not exactly a woman you want to piss off. So, like, I'm not saying that she is in the right. I'm saying that, I'm not saying that he's in the wrong. I am saying that I don't think he had much of a choice. But I mean, just wow, just freaking wow. I mean, the entire camp knows that you're banging your godson. I'm sorry, your adopted son. Which, by the way, even in Roman standards, that's messed up. Like, even Romans, as sexually deviant as Romans were, even that's a bit messed up. So, yeah, no, that was weird. That was very weird. But it is what it is, right? There's nothing you really do about it. Ugh, I just feel dirty. I feel like I need to take a shower after reading that. Like, it's... What kind of sex are you having that your servants are scared? Yeah, exactly. How bad, though, are you acting where even your servants are breaking down and crying and going like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like, how bad must that be? I can't imagine how bad that would actually be. That is just absolutely disgusting to me. Like, people are literally disgusted by what you are doing to the point where you're just like, oh my god. Maybe, yeah, sure, maybe, but like with your stepkid, are you sure? That's so messed up, man. That's just so messed up. Ugh. Well, you have to realize she's also getting older now, man. Like, she's not a spring chicken anymore. She wasn't a spring chicken whenever she got married to Belisarius. She was actually past her prime at that point. She'd spent her prime years with somebody else. All right, where's that? Where was I throwing that? Yeah, I mean, well, I guess good on you, man. I know I tore something down here, something nearby. Yeah, no, she's the she is a little bit older than the average person at this point that gets married. Usually, if you're getting married at her age, it's because you have a well-connected family. Ooh, bow archers. How much are they a piece? 700. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to buy more. Buy both. I do have Huns here. Okay. This army is coming along nicely. It's recovering quickly, even though the Huns are coming. Let's see. 18. Yes, okay, so this game is weird. 18.6, 18.6, 18.6. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks. That's a weird, nice, even distribution. Oh man, just when I read that stuff, I just have to like go, wow. Everybody here's a piece of crap. and I need to move you all down south. I really need to start picking up some more soldiers here. Do I have any other military? I do not. I do not. How about here? Ah, here's the thing I'm going to get rid of. Okay, cool. Very good. I need to just drop all my armies off back there. What do you mean? That's a very large question. What do you mean? Like, do you mean how it evolved? Because that I can talk about a little bit. Like, because Catholicism, like, evolves during this time period. Like, really during the time of Constantine, which I would argue would be a terrible person to actually be overseeing the Council of Nicaea, which is... Oh, so... Well, I mean, we talked about it a little bit. So the Catholic Church, or the Latin Christianity that we see, is formed and grows very slowly up until Christianity is adopted. Because remember, like, Christianity wasn't adopted until Emperor Constantine. It wasn't the actual religion. But even then, it still wasn't the main religion under Constantine. It became more so. But what you saw was a merger between the Catholic faith, or sorry, the Catholic Church, I guess you could really just say Christianity at that time, and some paganism. So that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of, you see a lot of the holidays are just co-opted, because like, well, we don't want to get rid of all these holidays. We want to just basically use them for something else. So that's why we have Christmas, Easter, those kinds of things. You know, instead of harvest festivals for the specific god of the harvest, they would use something else. Now, the kid diddling was something that actually happened way later. Now, the corruption, that was definitely there, because if we remember when we talked about Emperor Majorian, they would absolutely use their power in order to get people to give them their land and their property for the sole purpose to the benefit of the church. They would actually convince prime young women who maybe were let's see, yeah, pay them off, were still of age to have children. They would actually convince them to be widows, and then on their death give their stuff to the church, which is dastardly and horrible. Like, you're just gonna purposefully end your line in the property your husband worked for, because, like, that's pretty awful of you. I wouldn't say that it was awful in the sense of, I wouldn't say the roots are bad. I'd say what ends up happening is bad. And I hate to say it that way, but I think it's true. Let's do that one. I think we've gotten all, we're at 25,000 gold. Jeez, I'm not going to get that. Not for the Western Roman Empire, not at all. But that specifically, the kid diddling, that is, I think, a direct result of, oh jeez, come on. It was in the 60s, I think, and the Catholic Church made well, it absolutely does. But the corruption is something that goes back for a very long time, and it does not get better until maybe not the Reformation, I'm sorry. Well, maybe the Reformation times. It does not get better until probably the Renaissance. And even then, it's still pretty bad. But again, whenever the world is starting to fall into mysticism, the only real solidifying, or I would say not even solidifying, the only real I guess anchor would be the church. You know what I'm saying? What do I want here? What does this even get me? Scole Palatina for 1,000 gold a turn. Jeez, that's an expensive little turn there. Yeesh. Let's see, what else do I have? Can I see the building? I cannot. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I want to say that the decision to actually allow, or to stop vetting priests, I should say, because that's really what it is. It's the lack of vetting the priests. And especially back in the 60s and the 70s, they stopped doing it. And what it ended up doing is it created child predators that would come in and be priests, and then they would be allowed to have unfettered access to said children. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what's about to happen after that. But for some reason, they stopped doing it. Now, some people will sit there and love to tell you that it's all a part of some masterful plan. I think what it really just comes down to is that, especially in many parts of the world in the 60s and the 70s, life was very peaceful. And that whole, like, you know, get along to get along took its toll, even on the churches. And why wouldn't it? I mean, everybody's saying, like, look, why can't we just kind of get along? Even if we don't agree or like each other, it doesn't mean we have to hate each other, kind of thing. It's like, okay, well, that's fair. And even back then, that kind of behavior would be considered unheard of. Like, it's still, it's still, even nowadays, bad, and it should be considered bad. I'm sure I'll get canceled for that in like 5 years. No worries, man. You too, man. Good night, Graham. Thanks for watching, man. I mean, I wish I could say that it's something that's very obvious, but it's a lot of little things that just start piling up over the years. And I think a lot of it was people didn't know what it was that they were actually signing up for. And maybe some people were, you know, totally fine with it. But I really think that a lot of that, especially for the diddling kids stuff, I think that really just comes down to the fact that people didn't either know what they were actually signing up for in regards to like letting those people near children, or it was I don't want to say it was done on purpose. That's not right. It was done in a way that was they didn't know what they were doing. I think that's what it really comes down to. They didn't truly understand what it was that they were doing. That's my most generous interpretation of it, and I know some people will strongly disagree with me on that. But judging by from what I remember reading, and it's really fuzzy, and hearing from people that were around at the time and hearing their points of view on it, I don't think it was meant to be done out of malice. I think it was just they didn't really understand. Things had been going so well for so long that they forgot why it is they had certain things in place. I think that's what it really comes down to. You know, it's like, when, you know, why do you always watch out for predators when you're out in the field, even though you never see a predator? It's like, well, because that's how a predator gets in. You stop looking. Same thing. I mean, that's probably the easiest way I can describe it. And now, unfortunately, the clergy, and again, it's not just it's pervasive. That right there is pervasive. It is completely pervasive throughout the Catholic Church. Now, it's not every single person in the Catholic Church. It's not every single priest. Of course, that's not true. But it's a lot of them. I think more than what they want to say. I think there was something that kind of there was something that came out that kind of just, it caught my eye in a way that I was like, that's weird. That's very weird. And I wish for the life of me I could remember what it was, but I mean, I really wish I could remember what it was. Jeez. I'm trying to remember what it was. But there was something that stuck out to me as I was like, that's creepy in a lot of ways. And I think it was the money. It was the amount of money they did in what do you call it? Like quiet money, hush money. Like the amount of money the Catholic Church doles out to families. But it was specifically the amount was just incredibly large. I get that, like, churches and the bigger you are, the more likely someone's going to sue you, and the bigger you are, the more money you have, the more you're just going to say, look, I just don't care enough to deal with it. I get it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That was the long roundabout way of saying there's lots of answers to that question. I don't think it was meant to be. I don't think that the transition to that was meant to be or was meant to happen. I think that just happened by accident, and unfortunately the people that should have caught it and dealt with it decided not to do it. I think that's what it really comes down to. Man. Let's see here. Recruitment cross. Let's see here. Wealth. Industrial and agricultural. Okay. Do I have any industry over here? I don't think I do. No. Oh, we all have horsies over there. All right. But, I mean, it's strange the Greek Orthodox Church doesn't have this problem at all. But, I mean, I don't think Greek Orthodox is that popular in comparison. Oh, get rid of you. Now, for you, do I need... We definitely need some food. Jeez, need some food. Food. Oh, yeah, that hurts. Now for you, I'm going to actually put in something up here that's going to give me some armor. And then maybe down here. No, actually, I have an armor down here, or I'm building an armor down here. Yeah, I'm building an armor down here. Just I gotta get there first. See, this is why I say like the military buildings are all sorts of jacked up. Like, from one building you've got 3 different trees, but that's just military upgrades. And then from the military recruitment, you got one building that goes into 3 different upgrades. It's awful. Like, they make this very difficult. Let's see. I still can't move you guys. I really am kind of in a stalemate till I get my armies back up and running. But hopefully, I hope that answered your question. I can't say for certain 100% like what's causing everything. I can only give you speculation on some things, but I can tell you with I feel confident saying that was never meant to be the way that it is. Let's put it that way. And I don't think the people that allowed that to happen understood truly what it was that they were doing. Now, we could argue that that is gross negligence, and I would agree. But back then, it was not something they really had to worry about. And so whenever they dropped the vetting, for whatever reason, I just don't think they really understood why they needed to worry about it. And as sad as it is, it's like, why are you bothering to go through these extra steps when these things aren't a problem? And the answer is, well, they're not a problem because you go through the extra steps and you just don't realize it, you know? Let's see here. Let's see here. Come on. Ooh, that might be nice to have for some of my armies. Let's see. Chief eunuch. Definitely want to have a eunuch there. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I said it, talked about it, but Narcissus is actually a eunuch. One of the guys that we're talking about, Narcissus, is actually a eunuch. He had his boys taken. I don't know when, but he did. Let's see here. Public order up to 3. Bonus from... let's see. What's the public order like here? -10. We probably could use that. Where's that? Wealth, 5 from industrial, 10% from immigration. That's fine. So that's 9 now. That's always nice, right? Look at that. We gotta just lowered it by 1. Sadly, my army needs to probably kick back over soon. No, we don't have any money. Negative. What pattern? This is the last settlement that I need to take before I can say that I've completely retaken Gaul. And I need to get a complete army up there to actually do it. So I got 3 armies just there to build up. And I'm going to start relying a little bit more on some cavalry, because cavalry will be fantastic. Infantry is fun, but cavalry is way more fun. The Franks want to peace out, but they demand 100 gold. Franks, I accept your peace out. Because you realize that these armies are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and meaner. And with cavalry, I'll be able to do a lot more damage a lot quicker. And I'm going to start upgrading their units, or my units, with attack and defense. So they're going to be even more trouble. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but, you know, whatever, it works. And we're probably going to call it a night tonight, or at least call it a night very soon. I'll probably wait a little bit longer. For some reason, you know what? I haven't talked about this, but I've been meaning to. I don't know why, but ever since I got sick, like, remember when I was sick a couple weeks ago? I have had the worst sweet tooth I've ever had in my entire life. Oh, crap. Somebody died. That sucks. And I've had it for quite a while. Let's see, Mediolanum. Wait, I thought somebody died. Oh, okay. Like, I can't quite describe why I've been having, like, really, really big hangries for, like, sugary things. And it's not normally my go-to. Like, usually, I don't mind eating sweet things. Like, cake, ice cream, like, it's nice. I'm not against it. But I usually don't, like, go, oh, man, I really could, I have this, like, really strong urge to eat cake and ice cream. Like, I don't have that. It's very rare. But recently, oh my gosh, recently I've like, I really want some like ice cream or something, or yeah, I really want like some cookies, or like maybe some graham crackers. By the way, somebody was kind enough to leave graham crackers at my house whenever they brought their kids over. It was fun because now I have graham crackers, and they forgot they left them, and they don't watch me stream, so they'll never find out, because if they ask, I'll say, what graham crackers? What are you talking about? So I just got some free graham. I'm going to chew on those before I go to bed. Let's see here. Hopefully these guys are worth half a darn. Do I want to pay 1,000? I'm already paying a lot of gold over here, I think. Yeah, I've got an infantry compound that I'm already paying 1,000 gold on. Got a rally field here, and I got a skirmisher field over here. What I probably should do is move my skirmisher barracks over here, and then make this something else entirely. That's, I'm gonna do that. But first, I need to actually build this up, and then I can keep my infantry here, make sure they get their upgrades that they need, and then I can move everything else over. That'll probably work out really well. And I think I can retrain. If I cannot retrain soldiers, then I'm screwed. Because usually what you can do is just retrain soldiers, and then once you walk them through an area, they'll be able to actually just pick up the upgrade. That's my hope, anyway. They may not be able to get the experience, which I'm fine with, but at least they'll be able to get the upgrade. Now, you are actually, unfortunately, stuck here. I can't move you at all. Ugh. Still unhappy. Always unhappy with you people. Do I have food? I have food. I have food to spare. Fantastic.
Ready for battle.
Oh, man. I really would like to get this out of here, too. Jeez. Why are you all unhappy? Oh, I need a. No, I've turned that up, so that shouldn't really be much of an issue. Let's see here. Plus 0.2. So let's do this. Why don't we? Let's try that instead. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know what it was that happened to me after I got sick. But once I got sick, man, like that was just really weird. I still haven't gotten over it yet. I still have it. I still have that sweet tooth. Let's see here. What do I want to do next? Ooh, slaves. Ugh, I know. Grimm's Legion is just sitting over there in Hispania, not doing anything. And then I've got my other legions up here. I don't think there's really much I can do here except for just wait. Let's see if I can burn my money on buildings that I can upgrade or something. The problem is that when you upgrade something here, they'll be like, oh yeah, you mean to burn all your cash. And then, of course, you'll have to designate resources for it later, which will be impossible to keep up with. Hello. More, okay, generals. Let's see here. What you got? Let's see. Definitely those. You're a governor. I know this is just a bunch of maintenance stuff I gotta do. Foreign interest. -1 loyalty. This guy should not be a governor. But he looks good, so that's nice. Alright.
Commander. Would that I were as swift as the angels.
Then I'm gonna probably replace some of my soldiers with those guys. Oh, and he's even got siege equipment. Yeah, he should not be here. He should be somewhere else. Almost anywhere else. Alright, so I think this is probably going to be my last turn for the night. Uh-oh. Join war against the Orions? They're offering me 6,000 gold for a single unit, or a single colony empire, so sure, why not? Why not? 6,000 gold for an enemy that I'll never actually have to fight. I can't argue with that. Although it would be funny if I actually started sending armies over into the east. That would be funny. Although I think I have got enough problems on my plate at the moment. Now, one of the things I do actually want to do in the future is once I finish Mark of the Ninja, I think I'm going to probably try to play Wasteland 3. Since I can't find anybody to play with me, I think I'm just going to play it by myself. And I've beaten it once recently, so... Martial Ambition. And I really like it, but there's some things about it now that I've played it I think really it suffers from, and I want to talk about those. A promising young gladiator who is expected to make a name for himself is up against a tough opponent. I care to place a bet. I will bet on the gladiator. I don't think there's a really big problem with that, so... Ugh, Influence sucks, dude. The only way I can gain influence with you is to like actually put you in combat, which I'm fine by. Oh, jeez. Despised by all. Is that real? I thought is it because I don't have enough Dominion? Yeah, trying to keep Honorius alive and using him effectively is actually a pain in the butt. Like, I'm pretty sure killing him would be the best option, to be perfectly honest. Wow, surprised. She has how is she? 16, 12, 10. Okay, so let's see what we got. See you, sir. Drop you guys off.
Get the stakes up. Ready for orders.
And as for you, hello.
My wits and words are yours.
Definitely persuade.
We hunger for battle.
Ooh, that would be, yes, definitely want that. I think. Yeah, that'll give me bonus recruitment to my troops. Yeah, I think that's a wise decision.
Commander, we hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
As for you guys, we have no skirmishing units, and let's see what's the range. Do we have range? No. Oops.
Soldiering. It's a good life.
High ammunition, very poor missile block chance, excellent armor piercing damage.
Sign up, lads, for a good and glorious life.
Alright.
Commander.
You are still building, and then by the time I'm done, hopefully I'll have something in place for that. As for you, weaponsmithing. Let's see here. Armor. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. I know I'm spreading this out a little bit, but I think I can send an army over here and have them upgrade their armor. I think. If not, then it's a complete waste of time and I have to completely redo this. Oh, god dang it, again. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's see here. I may still assign a provincial governor. Administrator. Belgica. Oh, that's right, I have this place now, so that's fantastic. Let's see if we can get some food going. I think it's, yes, negative 103 food. That's always a good sign. That is always a fantastic sign. As for you, do I have a garrison? Okay, so this would not hurt to have one of the. Actually, I already have one of those. It would not hurt to have probably that. I'll make that a statue, and then I can pump out infantry over here if I need to. And hopefully that'll keep going. In the meantime, I'm gonna just have to, the only thing I can do is just sit and wait. That's all I can really do right now.
I am yours to command. Spreading fear.
Anything I upgrade is going to take more money or more food off the table for certain places, and that food, since it's not shared anymore, which is dumb in my opinion, it's going to cost me. Alright, this time for real. That's my last turn. Then I'm going to bed. I hope everybody enjoyed the history this evening. Jeez, this one, I enjoyed writing it, but it was just horrendously, just like, I was just appalled. But I think it's a nice little distraction from all the craziness of the Gothic War in general. And going forward after we do the Antoninus section, there'll be a lot more detail involved with the things that happen in the Gothic War. So hopefully everybody enjoys that a lot. Come on, guys. Come on. Okay. Alright, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this evening. I know I did. I will hopefully see you all tomorrow, where Fokker and I will probably be picking up a game of Halo 2. And we'll hopefully be moving our way towards finishing that campaign. I hope everybody had a wonderful night tonight, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Have a good day. Or good, actually, no, in a few minutes it'll be a good day tomorrow. So have a good day tomorrow, guys. Take it easy.